tuned into the Number Runner Podcast Network. Stay tuned for the newest episode of Wrapped.
RT10.
Episode 10.
We back. We got a special guest today. Live from Sacramento. We got Cedric on the line. Say what's up, Cedric. Introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. What's good with y'all, man?
Chilling, man.
Chilling, man.
So y'all know, Cedric and me, Joe, we go way, way back. Like 20. I think like 20 years or something. That's my good friend, man. So he's going to give us some perspective on the West Coast, let us know what's going on. But we're going to start off talking a little bit. And just to clear the record, you know what I mean? There's been a lot of stuff going on between states, like Kansas City, California bullshit. But it's all isolated. It's super love on this side. Shit, I'm from here. I grew up in Sac. I got major friends and close people in Sacramento, and I moved back to Kansas City. I got super family out here, so it's just love, man.
Same with me. Yeah, I lived in Sacramento for 5 years. Nothing but love, man. I love California, especially Sacramento. That's my second home, so ain't no friction like that. Like Cuz said, you know, those situations were isolated, man. I mean, it's crews that don't like each other and people that don't like each other. Ain't no California, Missouri beef or Kansas City, Bay Area beef. You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't let people fool you on that bullshit, man.
Yeah.
Man, you know, KC and the Bay and KC in California, they like distant cousins, man. You know.
For sure.
And the things that happened, you know, the Dre thing that happened and this most recent thing with Blow and whatever. You know, I think it's just the Blow thing. Really, I think it's just something that's completely out of proportion. You know.
Yeah. Exactly. All right, Joe. What we gonna jump on today?
Topics. Kind of just to start off, just because it just came out. It just launched on Friday, I think. Schoolboy Q's album just dropped. I actually haven't had a chance to listen to it all the way through. I've heard a few tracks, but what I have heard has been really dope. So, and I like Schoolboy a lot. He's probably out of TDE, he's probably my second. Because, you know, Kendrick's the man. So, what you think?
My review on it, I love it. But I'm a Schoolboy Q fan, so that could be kind of biased. But at the same time, I feel like if you like good music, creative, different, perfect example, we was just listening to, I think it's called Dope Dealer, a song with E40. And Joe was like, who is that? And I'm like, are you serious right now? I'm like, listen to it. But my point is, he never raps the same cadence or delivery. I mean, sometimes he does, but he's so creative that he'll have a different delivery on every verse, on every song on that album. You know what I mean? And I think that's one of the things that's lacking in hip hop right now. Like, everybody either sound like each other,
trying to sound like each other,
spit the same flow, same cadence every time. But yeah, if you like creative, right. If you like creative rappers and people that step outside the box, you'll definitely like it. Have you heard it, Cedric?
Yeah, I heard a little bit of it. You know, I'm a huge Schoolboy fan. Honestly, you know, I mean, Kendrick is Kendrick, so you can't really compare him to the other TDE artists.
I don't even put him. Yeah, I don't even put him in the conversation. It's like unfair.
Yeah, it's like trying to compare Hov to, you know, Mrs. Bleak or something like that. But
right.
But you know, like I said, you know, like you said, you biased because you're a Schoolboy fan, and I am too.
Right.
So I think it's dope. Honestly, to me, I got the Sirius satellite, so they were playing a few cuts off it the other day. And I was jamming, you know, but again, it's not hard for me to say that because I like his first project and I like pretty much everything he's put out. To me, he's dope lyrically. He's ill to me.
Yeah, I agree.
The thing with Schoolboy, to me, what impresses me most about him is like he has that, like, he's like in that pocket. You know what I mean? Like, he has the streets loving him, but then he have like mainstream loving him too, like. And I'm just like, bro, you doing it the right way, you know what I mean? So
I see him like he's like that street dude that's really street, but then he not necessarily crosses over, but he's that black dude from the hood that got white friends, that got white fans, that'll party with white people, turn the fuck
Correct.
up.
Exactly.
Hey, that's the perfect thing. That's the fact that he can party with white people. You know, he can go and adapt with what they doing pretty much and have a good time. You don't got to just keep it street 100%. He's versatile.
Yeah, and his style too. I was just reading an article. It says something about he's the single-handedly like keeping the bucket hat in style. I'm like,
Yeah, he really is. He got hella personality, bro. That's another thing. Like, we was talking about this not too long ago about how nowadays people gotta like you before they'll even buy your music. Like, you could be the best rapper alive, but if they don't like your personality, they won't fuck with you.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
They buy into you more than your
overlooked.
Yeah.
Right.
They're buying into your brand now 1st, and then listening to you. It's crazy, man.
You know, I ain't gonna lie. I'm biased when it comes like to the Bay Area music, and the only reason I even gave Schoolboy a chance, I like this first single he came out with on the radio. But I remember on Twitter he was like, you know, growing up, I was a big fan of the Messy Mars, the E40s.
Right.
And he just named off like a list of big cats, and I was like, damn, that's cool because honestly, between Southern Cali and Northern Cali, you hardly ever hear that.
Right.
True that.
Yep. I've heard him talk about Messy Mar before. He loves Sugar Free. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
He's mentioned Mac Dre before, E40. Yeah, so that was another thing that drew me to him too. Also, today we're going to do a couple new things. We got a couple segments that we're going to kick off for the first time today. Just want to let y'all know about that because they will be continuing and there will be more of them and we'll just kind of rotate them through the episodes. What else we got going on, Joe?
What y'all think about that Jay-Z spiritual song?
Me, I love Jay, man. Like, he's my favorite, you know what I'm saying? But I kind of feel like I can't even really judge this song because I feel like with all the cop shootings and all that shit going on, I feel like he put it out because of that. And it to me, it sounds more like poetry. Like, he ain't necessarily in the pocket with his flow. It's kind of like off a little bit. But at the same time, he always spits, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't even want to judge it because I don't think it's like something that he's gonna put on the album or nothing. I think it was just like a free song.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
yeah, I don't know. It's hard for me to judge and go against Hov. You know, I mean, since ain't no nigga, you know, that's been my dude, you know. But
right.
I don't know. Like you said, this one is a little bit off. Like the flow's a little bit off, and it's I don't know if it's more or less like a rap itself or just his thoughts on everything.
Right. That's what I feel.
And honestly, I Jay-Z being who he is, I would like him to use that platform to actually come out and just say, look, this. I really didn't want him to put it in the song. I'd rather you come out and, you know, kind of try to stand up like T.I. do. You know, T.I. out in the field.
Hey, you know what,
killing life out in the field.
Yeah.
You know what, though? I feel like as of late, I was just telling somebody that Jay, I feel like, is about to do something like really, really big. It's like he had to play the role to get into these rooms and these circles, and now that he's in there and they can't push him out, I feel like he about to start speaking on a lot of shit.
Yep.
That's true. I mean, he you got a point because he definitely can't speak out at certain things with the position that he's in unless he, you know, it's like a chess game. He has to have everything in order for him to make that next move.
Yeah, you gotta have 10 toes solid, man. And I think that's exactly what I think he's doing. I think he's preparing for that. And he's gonna do something that's gonna change everything.
I mean, even the verses that he's put out in the last 2 months, he's speaking more freely again about drug dealing. You know, when he had kind of laid, he never laid off of it, but when he spoke on it, I say for the last 2 years, if he ever spoke on it, he was always speaking about the past. There's one song that he got now where he's talking like he's still selling dope right now. And that's one of the things I'm saying. Like, now that he's in those doors and in those circles, it's like, all right, I'm in here now. I'm gonna have to do what the fuck I want to do, and y'all can't do nothing about it.
Him and Kanye. For sure.
Yeah, Kanye definitely try to take everything to a whole nother level.
To a whole nother level. Like, man.
What y'all think about his last album?
Man.
Kanye?
It's all right to me. I don't know though. I think My Twisted Dark Fantasy was like, to me it was like that's where his pinnacle was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'd like to see him kind of stay in that lane, but I know Kanye, and he's not going to do that. So with him, you just gotta anticipate what's coming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You never really know with him. So
I feel like his last album, I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you. I didn't like it at first, but the only reason why is because of the first song. I couldn't get past, I didn't like that first song, so every time I turned it on, I would either skip it, and by the time I got to the next 2 or 3 songs, I was kind of over it. But after I got past that first song and I kept listening to it, it grew on me. Like, some CDs or music, it take that for me. Like, it gotta grow on me. Like, and crazy as it sounds, it's always the ones that are like the artists that are like hella picky and perfectionists, like Kanye and Dr. Dre. Cause I felt the same way about that Compton at first. Like, I was like, I don't know about this. Then after a while, I was like, this shit's dope.
right.
Yeah, you always gotta, ride around and listen to it, for a while, just to see how you feel. Because that first listen, you may not catch everything, or you may not really be paying full attention, or it just may not be what you want to hear at that time.
Right.
How do y'all, speaking of that album, let me ask y'all this, because this was kind of not talked about a lot. How do y'all feel about how he put the album out and then he was going back and making changes to the album and then reposting it? How y'all feel about that?
I mean,
Yeah, I didn't really like that too much. Because the one I had, the version I had didn't even sound complete to me. And honestly, after about song 4 or 5, I'm not a fan of it anymore.
Right. I feel the same way. I'm like, bro, you spent so much time on it. I mean, these people spend time on these projects. Like, I don't want to see a version 1.2. You know what I mean? Because you put it out and it was subpar in the beginning. Like, I don't want to see a growth process like that. I want to hear the music and then move on to something that's new and hot. You know what I mean?
And plus, man, people's attention span is so short.
I was just gonna say.
You know what I mean? Like, after they hear it the first time, they don't care if you raise the sound of some strings and put it back out.
Exactly.
Like, especially these young kids, they don't give a fuck about that. You know what I'm saying?
And here's the thing, like, back when we was seeing, this is crazy, because back when we was listening to music during our, like, era of, like, coming up and being young, we had to buy this shit, right? So
Correct.
So it was always a chance. It was like, shit, if I get this and it's whack, like, I'm out $10, right? Or I'm out $15 or whatever the case. So you was listening to it anyway because you was trying to get your money's worth. Now,
No, you ain't lying.
yeah, like now you listen to whatever the fuck you want to listen to. So
For free.
right, for 30 seconds and be like, no, I'm not feeling that one. Next song.
We spoke about this recently too. Cedric, I want to get your opinion on this. There's so many rappers nowadays that it's like there's not enough time in the day to listen to the new shit that comes out. There might be 30 projects that come out on a fucking Tuesday. You know what I mean? And like, you might like half of them, but you're not gonna get a chance to listen to all that. There's only so much time in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that, and it's like it's kind of getting saturated a little bit, too saturated, especially with, every day a new artist, a new little somebody pop up, or a new young somebody pop up,
L.I.L.
Yeah,
Right.
and it's hard to try to keep up with everything, and I don't want to hate and be like, oh, these niggas is trash just because, we older, because I don't like to make myself feel like I'm that old. Like, I still got my ears to the streets for the most part, and I still like good music.
Hey, I felt.
But it's just hard to weed out the good and the bad, and there's so much shit that comes out, you know.
Yeah.
I honestly, I don't even know, you know what I'm saying? Like, remember back in the day, we used to get an album, and we used to slap that album for like 3 to 5 months.
Right, the
until
whole
something new came
summer,
out.
dog. The whole summer we was knocking it. They knocking it now for like 2 weeks, maybe.
If that. And I fall victim to that.
Yeah,
Right.
me too.
Me too. Like,
Because you gotta move on
Right,
to
you
the
gotta
next
move on.
30 fucking things. You know what I'm saying?
exactly, man. Crazy, dude.
What else? We
Because like that new Joe Blow, I slapped that for like a week. And then I was on that new HD or something else that came out.
Yeah.
Within like the same time.
The only thing to me though, it's kind of been oversaturated like that in the Bay. Like since we was young, like there's a million Bay Area artists. You know what I'm saying? Even back then,
Right.
even in early, I say mid '90s to 2000. You know when we was graduating and all that, there was a million of them. Like I used to buy from Tower every week.
But if you think about it, that's crazy. That's the crazy part about the Bay, isolation of the Bay and mainstream. Because if you think about it back in the day, for the Bay, it's always been direct to consumer, right? So like now, everything's direct to consumer. So you have everybody thinking they're a rapper now because they can put their shit on iTunes instantly and get you to listen to it. So it's kind of crazy because you didn't have to have all that financial backing back in the day with the Bay Area artists. So they was putting shit out, you know, with like individual distribution deals and shit. You know.
Yeah, they've been doing that for what, 20, 30 years, right?
Yeah,
40
right.
years down there. Too
Yeah,
short.
they pioneered that, man. That's
Correct.
them.
Out the trunk.
Out the trunk forever.
And for real, bro, a lot of artists over the years came to the Bay and got that game and, you know, took it to their city or their people and did it. I mean, Daz, for example, he got that game from the Bay. And he been running with it ever since.
That was in the Bay, in fact.
Speaking of Sac, I done noticed, man, I guess while I was living there, I didn't really pay attention to it, but now that I can sit back and look at it, there's a lot of artists from the Bay and all over California, when they start making money, they move to Sacramento. There's been so many of them that I can name that just, you know, trying to get away from the city and, you know, niggas hating and being on their head and knowing they got money, they move to Sac.
That's true. That is true. I mean, you know, it's a lot of things that factor into that. You know, the number one thing mostly is a lot of people view accents. I remember Keith was out here. He was living in the Tomas. And, I was, you know, we were cool. I would go to his house all the time. And, you know, he would always say, you know, the Bay too expensive. And it is. You know, my mom still live out there. And in the house that she got, you know, I got a house that's bigger than her, and I'm paying less than her. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy, man.
And then the other thing is, you know, the crab in the bucket mentality.
Right.
You know, you can't make it out of here. You know, people get jealous, like, oh, I grew up with this cat. How he make it and I didn't make it.
Exactly. That's
You know, he
exactly
put in the work that you didn't put in.
Right. It's the same though. It applies to even shit like the East Coast too. Like, why do New Yorkers move to New Jersey? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
same
it's the
shit.
same concept.
Yeah.
What y'all think about that? And I'm switching gears a little bit, but what y'all think about the Joe Budden Drake shit?
Go ahead, Cedric. You can speak.
Yeah, we gotta start it off because I got a
talked
lot
about
to say.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a Drake fan at all.
You fit right on this podcast.
I'm not a really Joe Budden fan. I'm not gonna lie. Drake do that song, you know, that new song "Done." I do find myself liking it, and I'm trying not to, but that shit's flat. But Joe's going at it, and Joe's putting on the full court press.
Tough.
You know, I think Drake's at the point where he doesn't necessarily need to respond. He's kind of like Hov kind of pick and choose who he wants to respond to. And I think Drake is there. If not there, he's on the cusp of being there. And I think Joe Budden is maybe about 6-7 years too late with this.
Let me tell you, the one thing you said caught my attention though. You said Drake doesn't need to respond. I totally agree, but I feel like he should.
Yeah.
Oh, he
Because
definitely should respond because this nigga's slandering him.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, he's so big, he don't have to respond. But at the same time, you got cats like us who grew up with this shit. You know, 80s babies. We was born into this shit. We still in it. I think no matter how old we get, we're the first generation that was raised in this shit. So I don't think that'll ever change for us. I think when we get 60, 70, we still gonna be listening to old school rap.
Exactly.
And then, you know, finding our way, weeding through the bullshit that's out. But my point is, the millennials, we all feel like you gotta respond, bro. You know what I'm
have
saying?
to. And that's the thing. Here's the difference with when we talk Drake as being, you know, a very successful artist, and we talk somebody like Jay-Z. The difference is they both have been extremely successful, but Jay-Z has way more respect. Like way more of a respect level. These people, this industry does not respect Drake in that way, and that's why I feel like if he were to respond and say he shitted on Joe Budden, then he's getting his points up. You know what I mean? But he's to a point where, like, you really probably should respond, because this nigga Joe is getting in your ass right now, like, pretty hard.
Hey,
and it's not. And don't get me wrong, it's not the same, you know, pump it up Joe Budden that we used to with the fan base.
Right, this
but
is Slaughterhouse
he does still have a
Joe.
solid fan base.
Yeah,
he does still have a fan base, and it's getting out there. And it's like, you do got to say something, even if he just releases a quick 2-minute something.
Right.
Right, but you know what else I feel like Joe just said, if he does respond and he, you know, just so happen to win, then he'll get some points off that. But I also feel like everybody said he slaughtered Meek, right? But at the same time, cats like us, we not giving you no points for that, bro. Because for one, I feel like he didn't necessarily win like that to me. Only reason I say that is because the scales are tipped. He got hella fans, you know what I'm saying? So all his fans is of course gonna say he won. And then they all mostly young cats who don't even care about the lyrics.
Yeah,
they care about the memes.
Lyrics.
They care about the couple little slick lines he said in there. And he's hotter. You know what I mean? So he won off top.
Just that the song is hot.
That's exactly what we were talking about earlier. It's the likable guy shit. You know what I mean? Drake's a likable guy to people. I mean, he's on fucking Saturday Night Live type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Meek's
commercials and everything.
Yeah, Meek's not that guy. Nor will he will never be that guy. You know what I'm saying? So, and then not to mention, Street Niggas is not in right now. I feel like it's starting to come back.
It's coming back right now.
But it's not, over the past couple of years, if you was super hood, the public eye is not feeling you right there.
Let's just keep it real though. I mean, all the rappers that are on top of the game, none of them are street, none of them are thugs. Most of them probably never been arrested. Not to say that matters, but if we looking back comparatively, street cred was a big thing for you to be hot and be on and for niggas to like you.
Exactly.
Let's look at it. Let's break it down. Kendrick, not a street guy.
Nope.
You know what I mean? He's from the hood and he got street cats around him. J. Cole, not a street guy. Drake, not a street guy. A$AP Rocky, not a street guy. He from the hood and he's probably the most hood out of all the people I just named.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who else?
Wiz Khalifa,
Wiz,
not a street guy.
not a street guy. Who else we got? On top of the game. That's really it as far as the new
Yeah,
cats.
that's really. I mean, that's consistently dropping. You know.
That's maybe
I
pretty
mean,
much
shit, even
every
cats
major
like Young Thug, them cats ain't really about the life, you know.
Now I don't know about
to
Young.
To touch back on that Meek Drake real quick. I think what happened, even though it's an old ass news, honestly, I think what happened was Drake caught Meek off guard. Because I think Meek thought the street, you know, the Thug was supposed to kind of shake Drake.
Right.
And I don't think he expected Drake to respond back how he did. So once he did that, he couldn't regroup fast enough.
Yep. I agree. And
But-
the internet era helped. They helped him win that.
Played a big part in that.
Oh, the internet won that over anything. Like Drake, Drake had a few lines here and there, but I think Meek's later stuff that he dropped on the mixtape that he has, the DC4 and DC3 and whatnot. I think those was better than anything that Drake did.
Now I put it like this. I don't know. Like I said, man, I'm a cat that looks at facts. Like when everybody was saying that Nas body Jay, I didn't think Jay lost that battle at all. I mean, now that one is kind of split.
Yeah,
people think
I do.
You know what I mean? But and the reason
people base it off of Takeover and then Ether.
Right.
And you got to think about a Takeover. Hov really only dropped a few bars about Nas, and it kind of focused everything on Mobb Deep and whomever else.
But this is my thing, though.
Ether Nas, killed them with a whole song, but then no one ever talks about Super Ugly.
Right, but check this out, though. This is what I base it off of. Ether was a dope song, had a dope beat, but he wasn't saying nothing that was real or true. He was just making jokes.
Exactly.
He was playing the dozens. You know what I mean? Jay was speaking facts, like, you know what I mean? And then, because to me, when you battle somebody, when y'all rappers and y'all battle, I'm gonna keep watching y'all forever. And Nas, you ended up losing again because you signed to this nigga. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
That's how I look at it, at least. Now I know it's
and he's broke that down on a deeper level, but I mean that's not a conversation here. But but I feel where you're coming from.
You know what I'm saying?
I just, and we talked about this before, but I just like the fact that when Nas's back was against the wall, he fired back. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I could respect that because. Most niggas would just get slayed in that situation.
Now
he's not allowing that shit to happen.
Now, if I'm gonna play devil's advocate, I will say the last real nigga alive I think was better than Ether as far as the way he said the shit in there and broke it down.
That shit was ill.
You know what I mean? How he talked about Jay on there. I feel like that's the type of shit he should have been saying on Ether.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think Ether was more emotional.
Yeah, it's like, bro, he's saying jokes like you look like a rat, you know what I mean? Shit like that.
All type of weird shit.
Yeah, like, you making jokes, nigga, like, come with some real shit, you know what I mean? And with that being said, it's time for The Vault, where we discuss classics, nothing but. So The Vault is basically where we discuss classic albums, older albums, nothing past 2000, basically. So we gonna name a few. Let's everybody name 3. You can go first, Cedric, if you want.
Past 2000? Does it have to be past 2000?
It can't be. No, anything before 2000.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah. Cool.
Oh man, that's gonna take me back. Let me think.
It's a whole lot.
You know what? The other day, and I know this is right on like the verge, because I think this came on in '99. But I was driving to the Bay the other day to grab my daughter, and I was slapping that "It's Dark and Hell Is Hot."
Ooh, I've been listening to that lately too.
That shit is.
And I honestly haven't really listened to it since like '99, and it just took me back. And it's like that whole album was solid.
Crazy, man.
Yep, it's classic,
that
bro.
That Swizz production was like super ill. It was new. It was new sound and it was dark. You know what I mean?
You know who else got some
dark with beats?
Dame Grease got some beats on there too, I think.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah, he got some beats on there. Mm-hmm. Okay, then I'm gonna name one. Joe, you name one, then we'll go like that.
All right.
Before 2000, classic all the way through. I'm gonna say Daz, Revenge, Retaliation, and Get Back.
Wow. That's a minute.
That was a solid Daz.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm gonna go, and I'm only gonna say this because this is like core Sacramento shit. Like when I was growing up and 13ish, and we was going hard, but Lunatic, A Million Words, $1 Million.
Classic for sure.
That was like, I was like on one with that for a whole summer, like going hard.
Yeah, that shit go hard. All right,
yeah, you can't never go wrong with Young Looney.
Right.
Let me say, I'm gonna stay where you said with that Daz, and I'm gonna go Corrupt. The Streets is a Mother.
Love that.
Streets is a Mother.
I love
I
it,
would've-
but like, there's some stuff I would take. I would do away with.
I took Nostradamus back. I bought Nostradamus the day before, and it was trash. I took it back the next day and got that Corrupt.
Hey, that's funny too, because I was debating on Corrupt or Daz. But if I had to pick, because for everybody who don't know, Joe knows, Corrupt is one of my favorites. He was my favorite when he was super active, like of all time. You know what I mean? But if I had to pick a Corrupt album, it would be Space Boogie, Smoke Odyssey, Space Boogie.
I like that one too.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite. The Streets is a Mother go hard too, but
That Space Boogie was he was coming off that little breakup with Foxy, and he was kind of ruthless.
yeah, and he was messing with old girl from Black.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think Left Eye's sister or cousin or whatever.
Yeah. Was it the one that passed away?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
That's crazy. Both of them passed away. Her and Left Eye.
Yep.
Okay, Joe, it's on you. Damn, I picked two
And
West Coast.
and I'm West Coast too. But I'm gonna be super cliche with this, but and this is just because I'm saying things that like have literally like impacted my life, like as a youth. Tupac, All Eyes on Me,
Oh, off top.
all day, like a whole year, like probably more than that. Just going stupid hard.
Okay. I picked nothing but West Coast. So my next one, I'm going to pick something else. But Cedric, it's on you.
All right. I'm gonna say something that really impacted me. E40 The Mailman.
Okay.
Even though it was short, only about 9 songs. Solid all the way through.
Classic.
Young, hungry, E40.
Classic, bro.
Hell yeah.
So I'm gonna try to step away from the West Coast. I done picked two niggas from the same group. So I'm gonna either go down south or east. Let me think. East Coast. I'm gonna rock with the East Coast, and I'm gonna say before 2000. I don't want to be cliche and say like Reasonable Doubt or something like that.
I mean,
Yeah, I was trying to stay away from old.
I'm trying to name
the whole catalog.
Yeah, I'm trying to name something that people probably don't remember or forgot about, so maybe they can go pick it up. He already said DMX, so I would have named that because I've been rocking to that lately. You know what? The first Noriega.
Okay, and Nori.
Yep.
yeah, that was pretty hard.
The second one was too.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, I'm gonna say that one.
I gotta
What was
say,
the second one? Melvin Flint?
Yep, that went hard too.
damn. I gotta say, probably Mobb Deep, The Infamous. That shit was hard to me.
Yeah.
That was hard.
That shit was hella hard to me.
All right, that's it,
Yeah,
man.
you can't go wrong with Mobb Deep.
Right. Well, that's it for the vault, man. We'll catch y'all next time with that. And just keep putting y'all up on classic albums for all you new school rap lovers. Y'all can. I hope this will help y'all go back and check out some of that and distinguish the difference between back then and now. Just to add on to that, what I just said, it's hella funny, bro. My stepson, he's really getting into rap now. And bro, I swear, all he listen to is old rap. Like, he don't listen to none of this new. He actually hates his generation. Like, he hate the way they dress. He hate the music they listen to, the way they act and talk, and he hates Drake. He's like us in a different body. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got an older soul, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, but real quick, and we totally didn't talk about this, but I gotta talk about it because you brought it up and it helped me think about it. But have y'all heard the Double XL freestyle shit yet?
I stayed away from it once I saw who was on it. I mean, honestly, on the list, only ones I really liked is like G Herbo and Dave East.
Here's what I'm saying though. I gave it a chance, right? Because I was like, man, I knew we were gonna talk about something on the podcast. I was like, let me just give it a chance. I can't do it, man. I can't.
Well, let me ask y'all.
I can't do it. None of them. Like, hey, man, with the exception of like Dave East or something, but the ones that I heard were, I actually heard Lil Uzi Vert,
Trash.
bro. But like, everybody's loving these dudes, and I'm like, bro, you are super garbage to me. Like, I can't do it, man.
Who?
Lil Uzi Vert was an example of one of the people freestyling on the Double XL shit.
Hey, man.
It was terrible, dude.
I'm not even
terrible.
I'm not even gonna lie. He got a song that I like. Now I don't say that I like him because I haven't heard a lot of his music, but he got a song called Money Longer. I don't know why I like it.
He just put a video out for that.
I don't know why I like it, but I like it. It's like either the melody or just the way he rapping on there. I like it because it's different. Now, I can understand what he's saying on there too, which is half the problem with these rappers nowadays. Now, some of his other stuff I probably can't, but I like that song.
What you gonna say? How you feel about it, Sid?
Honestly, I'm with you. I think they're trash. Like I said, Davies, I like Davies because he got that old East Coast flow to him. I guess, him and Nas are like really close, so he does kind of sound like a Nas at some point.
Yeah, I really like him. I like dude, man. I think he's really, I think he's talented, and I think he's probably gonna do some big things in the future.
Did you know he was signed to
And
Nas?
Yeah, he is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I like G Herbo, like I said.
Yeah,
Lil Herb or whatever he go by now. I like him, but he's not a freestyler, so that's not really his lane.
I was trying to explain to Joe who he is because I like G Herbo too. Him and
Yeah, he's nice.
what's the other ones? It's two of them from Chicago that I like. Him,
You probably talk about it.
the light skinned one with the curly box.
Lil Bibby.
Lil Bibby. Yeah, he cool too. He got a very distinct voice.
Nice. Yeah, he got that shine type voice.
Yeah,
real nigga.
Hey, let me ask you this, Cedric, because me and Joe talked about it yesterday. Do you know who Fat Trail is?
Yeah, I know what Fat Trail is.
Do you like Fat Trail? You haven't listened to a lot, huh?
I don't think Fat Trail's that dope. Honestly, I try to get in touch with because he's from where DC.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, so I try to fuck with that whole DMV movement, but they just kind of weird. They got a different type of thing over there.
Hey, if you haven't really gave him a chance, I suggest go, because I love Fat Trail. I suggest you go listen to Gleesh. He got a mixtape called Gleesh. He got hella mixtapes out.
Yeah, I remember seeing Gleesh though. Gleesh is I think probably his best one.
Yeah, he got a lot of them out, but I like that one a lot. That's the one that really got me on him for real. But he's pretty dope.
I was on his radar before he actually kind of blew.
Yeah, when he was messing with Chief Keef.
Yeah, and there was a female I know that kind of like, she went to college out there, so she used to kind of like talk to him, and always when she came back, always kind of like big him up. Mm-hmm. So I was kind of on his radar. But yeah, I'll definitely go back because I haven't really given him much of a chance.
Yeah, Gleesh is hard. He probably got like 10 or 15 mixtapes out, if not more. But just like I was telling you.
You know what? I like Kodak Black too.
I ain't really listened to him for real.
I
don't think he's dope, like lyrically at all. I just respect his movement. He's a young Haitian kid, and he having fun. He do got some decent songs, but he's not the next coming of anybody.
Right. Mm-hmm. Hey, I wanted to touch on this when we was talking about Nas, but I heard somebody say this before, and it's crazy because I thought this back in the day. They had Mac Mall on Sway in the Morning like maybe a month ago, and they was just talking to him, right? And somebody called in and said exactly what I think of him. They said he is the Bay Area Nas, and I was like, I agree with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can too.
Slept On album is immaculate. Have you ever heard that?
Yeah, I had that album, and I used to slap that. Like I was telling Joe, I used to slap that there religiously. That was my first Mac Moore album.
Yeah, that album goes hard.
Yeah, I love that album.
We had another segment we wanted to do, right, Joe? What was the other?
We were gonna segue into, and this is kind of a good time to talk about it. Actually, we're gonna actually talk on a local level, just a little bit about kind of both sides, like what's popping, you know, who's making moves. I know we talked a little bit on this side here in Kansas City, but it'd be good to hear a little bit from Cedric as to what he feels like is the scene in Sacramento right now. So
Yeah, definitely. You know, like we talked earlier, you know, Mozzie and the whole camp. You know, June on the beat, the one who do his little beats, and you know, he raps too. You know, he's not the best rapper, but you know, he does that Kanye thing. He says all the best beats for himself, pretty much.
I didn't even know he rap.
now
Which is smart.
June is and I think I got this wrong here because initially I thought he was from the Bay, but he's actually from Oak Park, just a different hood, correct?
Correct. They're all from Oak Park. The only one that's not is Stelly Rue. I think Stelly Rue's better than Mozzie. He's from Rancho. What's it, Lincoln Village?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know,
I have to listen to him because I don't think I've heard him.
I've never heard him, but you know what's crazy though, bro? I always see, he always pops up like either on my Instagram or I just run across him all the time, but I never listen to him because I'm like, he's with Mozzie and I've never heard nobody talk about nothing but Mozzie. So, but that's crazy that you said he's actually better than Mozzie though.
I think he has a more complete flow. Like I'm a fan of Mozzie, don't get me wrong, but Mozzie talks about the same shit, and then it's like,
That's
okay,
true.
You ran his course, you know. And I've been listening to him since before he
Right.
became Mozzie, since when he was Lil Tim still. You know, I just think you can only smack so many niggas. You know, it's like you got to evolve at some point in time.
Right. The thing
His
about-
wordplay is ridiculous.
Yeah, the thing about Mozzie is he talks about the same things, but it's the language. I think that's where people kind of gravitate to him because
Exactly.
of because of the words that
But
he uses.
to us in Kansas City, like I've been hearing lately people saying that the Bay Area, the Bay Area, I guess, kind of been stealing some KC stuff. Now, what I mean by that, Mozzie ain't nothing but Fat Tone in Red. And if you know about Fat Tone, I grew up with him, went to school with him. He was my friend. All he talked about was shooting shit, murdering shit. He talked about getting money a little bit, but mostly it was straight, we call it pistol music. That's all it is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, that's it. You know, it's crazy. I was reading an article about Fat Tone, because I've grown up knowing who Fat Tone was, and I've always seen his albums and things like that. But I never really gave him a chance. And then, of course, the whole Mac Dre thing happened, and then everybody threw Fat Tone's name in there.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually read an article about him, and, you know, they were interviewing some other people from, you know, whatever side he was with. And they were saying, you know, he wasn't so much, you know, using a Mozzie slang with the activities, but he was just like the face of their group, you know, pretty much he was the most known. But he wasn't really with the shit. I don't know how true that is because that's, you know, KC politics.
Right.
But it's kind of like the same with Mozzie. You know, he ain't really in the streets anymore. Like, he ain't even in that.
I put it like this. Whoever wrote that article, they couldn't have been from Kansas City. Because, like I said, I grew up with that dude. I knew him personally. He was very much with the shit. Like, he beat two murders. You know what I mean? Like, he was with the shit. But I will tell you this, keeping it straight 100, he was a cool dude. If he was like a dog, if he smelt fear, he was gonna fuck with you and punk you. But at the same time, when he started ringing off, I was in Sacramento, but I was hearing everything that was going on. When I came back, I ran into him. He greeted me the same way, like he was still humble. You know, niggas that know him, he treated them the same way. He had a lot of flunkies though, bro. He had a lot of little niggas that was out here knocking shit down, for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Robbing niggas, doing all kind of shit. You know what I mean? But he was like the head honcho. So a lot of that shit he didn't have to do no more. You know what I mean?
Exactly, and that's how it is. And then, like I said, in that article, they were asking other cats like that knew him, but the impression I got was that some cats maybe had a little bit of hate in their heart. Just that song was getting the shine.
His last CD was called My Hood Betrayed Me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he started fucking with some cats. He's from the 50s, which is a Crip neighborhood here. And after he started blowing up and then that Mac Dre shit happened, he felt like his hood turned on him and he started fucking with some cats from the 20s. That was his cousins and just, you know, niggas that he fucked with before all that shit. But yeah, I feel like, bro, he was about to do something bigger than Kansas City, and it always happens. Like, we've been talking about this lately. Like,
All day.
this Kansas City is like a black hole. Like, you can be popping here and about to get to that next level. You either going to jail or you gonna get killed.
Every time.
That's the damn shame.
But you know what though? Sac used to be like that too though. I felt like
100%.
we were always like, we had talent, but like it was always overshadowed by some bullshit. And you gotta think, Southern Cali has always been popping on the music scene and the Bay. So it's like, we're an extension of the Bay, but we're not the Bay. That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about Sac. You know what I mean? And I feel like maybe now, which is cool to see, because maybe now we'll probably like just on the Sac level, probably see more exposure. And that's what I've always wanted to see. Cause I love Sac, man. Like, just genuinely, that's home. You know what I mean? So I always wanted to see us take off in some way. So.
You know what the sad thing is? You know, as much, you know, as Mozzie, I mean, his shit do slap. I ain't gonna lie. You know, like I say, he talks about the same shit, but his shit do slap, and it is his wordplay.
Yeah.
As crazy as it is out here, if you're not really affiliated, you shouldn't even be slapping Mozzie.
That's crazy.
That's
like on some shit where it's like your windows down, you pull up to a light, and somebody is trying to check you for, are you a Mozzie affiliate?
Exactly.
As crazy as
they
this.
got the shirts and shit.
Hey, bro.
Like one of my boys, like maybe about 2 months ago, my boy, he said he was chilling out like in Atonement. You know, completely different part. You know, in fact, he's slapping Mozzie, and they shoot at his car. He get hit like 2 times in the leg.
What?
And he ain't even with the shit at all. He like square. He just like the music. And I told him like, bruh, you know, I'm glad to hear that you're cool, but you can't be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta, if you're not with the shit, then don't put yourself in that situation.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's
like if I slap Mozzie, I'm on the freeway with the windows up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in no standstill traffic. I'm not riding through the neighborhood. Especially, you know, I live over here. Like I said, I'm Florida, Franklin. You know, lightweight Mac Roadish area.
Yeah.
And that's where they beefing with. You know, G Parkway, Meadowview.
Parkway,
shit.
yeah. That's crazy, man. That is crazy. I can't believe
But
it.
then, you know, it's just that, you know, a nigga made it out the hood that they don't, you know, want to see make it out, and niggas hate.
And that's what I
there's
thought.
still that street shit.
And it's crazy because I'm not there, so like when I heard Mozzie was like the one, because I mean he basically, I mean nobody can, you can't deny that at this point he's dealing with Major. So I was like, well, he made it, right? So it's almost like the city should, I felt like the city should just be like kind of behind him just on that strength. But it's crazy that all this shit is like not that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah. I mean, you know, for the most part, a lot of people in the city is behind him. But you know, street shit got to be settled first.
But you know what?
Cause I got a partner that's from Oak Park, and he's like, you know, for the most part, Mozzie squashed a lot of his shit. You know, because he's trying to take off and trying to do shit with his life.
Right.
But you know, there's still some motherfuckers that's not happy with, you know, with his success. And,
Exactly.
you know,
Yeah, especially.
that's just how it is.
Yeah, that's street politics right there. But I heard, and this is just hearsay, but I guess you could probably tell me. I heard that he can't even perform in SAC. Is that true or no?
No, that's true. He can't. Filthy can't. Pretty much like anybody affiliated with like Livewire or Mob,
Like
they
One
can't,
Mob
they can't
type-
perform with
they
Sack.
can't.
Last time Filthy was going to do a show, they threatened to blow it up. Canceled the day of.
Wow. What about, the other thing I heard is, I've heard that there's some issues with, like, Bay Area rappers coming to Sac. Like, Sac natives are like, nah, bruh, like, you ain't finna come here and get money. Like, have you heard anything like that?
I mean, yeah, there's jealousy all the time. I think that's what anywhere, though, especially if, a lot of it is these local rappers that don't get the love that these out-of-town rappers get. And, Bay Area niggas know all they got to do is drive down the 80s. And they're going to kill out here because everybody, in fact, tries to be from the Bay.
Right.
Or tries to ride that wave or whatever. Some people look at Sac as the Bay. And, like you said earlier, Sac is not the Bay at all.
Not at all.
But people lump it in together and things like that. There's always gonna be those cats that hate that people from out of town are coming to get more money in their town than they can make.
Right.
A while back there was a situation where, and I don't know if you remember, this was a few years ago. I think you might have already moved, but when Stalin performed like in the Heights, and a big fight broke out, you know what I'm saying, and they had him like, standing there with the pistol in his mouth in the back, over some sucker shit.
That's crazy because I was.
Then it's been like that.
Yeah, I wasn't even here. Like, I remember I was already gone, and I heard about it afterwards, and I was like, that's where I was like, damn, like, I didn't know it was tension like that. You know what I mean? I can understand I can understand why a native Sacramento would feel that way, but in the same respect, that's still hate to me because it's like, if you want the city to be on, then like you gotta get out there like that, And I know there's people that have really grinded and like tried to get out there and probably didn't make it, but that just means that you just weren't the one. That's how I feel.
I mean, or maybe just the sound that you had wasn't the sound that people were checking for at that time.
Now, to be 100 though, I really feel like the one that people probably should have like backed a little more, and I don't even know dude. And this is why I say like I'm not even biased in this area with this, but I really like C+, man. Like, and I say that because I feel like I like his presentation. Like, I like the lyrics. Like, I like his cadence. I feel like he's somebody that probably should be on a little more. Do you feel me? And I don't know him on a personal level. You know what I mean? I know I know some extensions of who he's affiliated with, but I don't know him personally, so I could really say that just from a pure lyricist standpoint,
Yeah, I don't know him personally either. I know I've seen him around, because Sac is small, despite what people say, Sac is small, but
right.
I do like his lyrics. I like his wordplay. I like the content that he talks about. I do think he's dope, and he's been at it for a while too. He does have followers. He's always, performing out here. It's almost bad for Sac right now, though. Like, anytime there's like a rap performance, it's gonna get shot down or shut up or anything. Shut up, shut down. The last thing they had was that Nipsey. Nipsey ain't affiliated with nothing out here, and I got shot up.
I heard that. I heard about that. That's crazy.
So it's bad for shows unless you're doing like that type of underground type rap. So C+ ain't with the street shit. He can incorporate that in his rhyme, but that's not 100% of his rhyme.
Right, and that's why I think I like him, because I feel like he would be like, if I was using an example, he would be like, say, like a J. Cole-ish of Sac. You know what I mean? Like.
Correct. I agree with that.
So, I don't know, man. I wish things were a little different, but shit, it is what it is, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just that summertime heat. You know how it is. It's pretty much everywhere you go, everywhere you live. Summertime roll around, people out more, people seeing more people that they normally don't see.
Right.
And, it just turned up a little bit.
Yep. I feel you. Well said, man. I appreciate it, brother. Thanks for taking the time. to do this. I think we definitely want to have you back on for sure, without a doubt.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So
I definitely want to fuck with y'all. And then when we get my little situation going, man, I definitely want to have y'all on. I want y'all to hear my boy, man, the stories he got.
yeah,
It's hilarious. He'll go for hours just telling you stories about situations when he's with places. You know, he's been out of state. You know, on tour with these cats. Jacked up, everything. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that's what's up. That'd be good conversation, man.
We appreciate you fucking with us, man, and this ain't the last, so. And then, yeah, we can network on it or whatever, and if you into sports like that, the whole idea behind this is a podcast network where we gonna have a whole bunch of different ones about everything, sports.
Oh, yeah, I'm with that.
So we'll keep you in mind, man, and just keep in contact.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
All
definitely.
love.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I
Hey,
appreciate it,
I'm
man.
gonna hit you too, because I'm trying to get out there, man. We need to kick it. It's been too long, so.
Yeah, for sure, man. I always want to go to KC, man, but I just know it's
Man.
kind of funky out there, man.
No, it's cool. It's all about like being with the right people, dog. So
Yeah, man. I know
Come
you're
out
the
here.
right person, man. So definitely,
yeah,
man,
let
I'm
me
gonna try to
know.
make that
That's
happen too.
nothing. Like we'll show you a good time for sure. So
Yeah, I might try to do it next month. I got my birthday coming next month, so maybe.
for real, what you trying to get out of town for your birthday?
Yeah, man. We trying to plan like a little guys trip. I was thinking maybe like Vegas is always an option.
Man, let me know, dude. We go to Vegas. Shit, we've been like what every year for the past 2 years in August, cause they got the magic show out there in August. And
Hey,
we
but-
be working on clothes and stuff. So yeah, let me know, man.
I will say this though, when is your birthday?
It's at the end of August on the 23rd.
I put it like this, man. If you do decide to come here, that would be the best time. There's so much stuff going on. Macy's is having a fashion show here, and they putting urban clothing lines in it. We do this thing annually on August 16th or around then called A16 Day, because that's our area code, and that's part of my clothing line. So we doing that on the 14th, and then Wiz and Snoop will be here too.
Oh, I forgot about
Oh yeah,
that.
that's what's up. Yeah, that's what's up.
Hey, you
Yeah,
might
I
need
see,
to come
I
out
see you
for
doing the
that.
clothes too, man. Yeah, keep up with them clothes, man. I like that movie.
Yeah, we'll
Thanks.
shoot you some stuff, man, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, just keep in touch with me, man. I appreciate y'all having me on, man. We'll do this again many times.
All love, my nigga. Be cool, man.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all.
All right, bro.
Yeah.
Rap talk, y'all. Everybody be easy, man.
Episode 10, that's it. We out.